Hi everyone, John from the Eco Guys, and I got a very interesting question emailed to me. And as someone was wondering, because they've heard me talk about it a couple of times, and I guess they've seen it on some videos and this and that, what exactly is car fluff? Okay, well, I could say a whole lot of really bad jokes right about now, but I think I'll just keep it professional and tell you exactly what car fluff is. This is what car fluff looks like. Okay, so what was that? All right, so basically, when you take a car or any item, really, a refrigerator, washer, dryer, anything, and you put it into a recycling system, they put it into this big grinder and they smash it into little pieces no bigger than a soup can. So they'll turn an automobile into pieces about this size. And these huge magnets will take the gigantic pieces of metal and separate it out. And even the small piece, take all the pieces of metal for the most part and separates it out. And then at the very end, what you have is you have a pile of what you saw in that little clip video there. That's a mixture of plastic, the insulated foam, steering wheels, anything that's not metal, but also includes precious metals like aluminum, copper, gold, and many things like that. So they process this thing a little further. What they do is, you see that big crane that was picking that up, they put it into a process and they run it through what they call an eddy current. Now, what is an eddy current? Good question. An eddy current is actually without getting too technical, they run a current through non-ferrous metals, which is metals that cannot be picked up with a magnet. That's your copper, aluminum, gold, silver, platinum, all this other kind of stuff. And it gives it a charge just long enough that it will be ejected from the machinery. It's almost like it turns it magnetic, and it ejects it from the conveyor belt and separates out these metals. And then they go further down the line for more processing, where they process out the copper, aluminum, and all this later on down the road. So that is what that now. So what happens to all the plastic and dirt and foam and material and all that is from the cars and the washers and the dryers and the metal and the garbage? What happens to this? Well, two things happen to it. One, car fluff is actually a commodity. They use it when they're making a new road as underlayment for the road. So it's kind of funny that this was once a piece of a car, tire, rubber, the rubber, the plastic, the whatever, that was on top of the road. Now it's winding up underneath the road. So they use it as an underlayment when they put down asphalt, sometimes concrete on roadways. And another thing they use it for is in landfills. Basically, when a landfill fills up, they cover it with a gigantic rubber membrane. See, that's why I always tell everyone, just because you throw something away, don't think it's going to go to a landfill and biodegrade. That's not going to happen, because landfills are now lined with big rubber membrane, so I can get it out. And then they put the trash on there. They compact it so tightly it becomes a vacuum, literally. And what biodegrades and rots in a vacuum? Heh, nothing. And then they lay it over with another big, thick rubber membrane, causing even more of a vacuum, more of a cover. And then they cover it with this car fluff. And then they cover it with a layer of dirt. Then they cover it with a layer of plant life, grass, or whatever. Yeah, it's covered so much, it's just not going to biodegrade. So don't think in your head, well, it'll just rot away. Yeah, maybe in 100,000 years, maybe in 500,000 years, maybe. And then there's some products like styrofoam and some plastics and rubber that will never, ever biodegrade. So let's keep that in mind when we're trying to be green, to recycle everything. But anyway, so that's what car fluff is. And that is what car fluff is used for. Why do they call it car fluff? I have no idea. I guess somebody at one time says, what is that fluffy stuff? Well, that's from the cars. Who knows where the name derived from, but that is your answer on what car fluff is. So if you ever need any great answers, you can always email the Eco Guys at theecoguys@yahoo.com.
Yahoo!
Here's the website, theecoguys.info, and our social medias, which are usually listed with this video. So there you go. All right. So shoot me your questions. Anything green, I'll answer them. And get green, get wild, and have a wonderful day. And if you're on our YouTube, like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Shows me you love me. And I could use all the love that I can get. Stay green.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.